And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Hey, I've got fantastic news for me. Hey, I'm celebrating 25 years of marriage this year with my beautiful wife. Can you imagine that? Now, I'm not going to tell you along the way every relationship and everything goes exactly as planned, because it doesn't. Everything has its ups and its downs, its ins and its outs. And all of you know this. We're human beings. We run hot, we run cold, and we're not always consistent as though we like to think we're consistent, and yet we're not. But with 25 years of marriage, my wife and I have consistently tried to work on things and work as a couple to try to figure out how do we work better together. And I want to share something with you today that's been huge to make relationships work, because you have important relationships in your life. And a lot of times we have our ups and downs. You have the days where you're on your game, other days where you might be off your game. And the challenge is, how do we keep our relationship strong, even through all the turmoil that we go through as a human being, with the loss of life, with people getting sick, with, people losing their job or losing their home or making bad decisions or doing things or being a victim of something. I mean, it's not that you chose that. Nobody chooses to be a victim. If something happened to them and all of a sudden now they are a victim because something did happen and they need to adapt to it. So we all go through this. You go through this. I go through this. And you've been through some heck of a stuff. How do you like that heck of a stuff? What kind of communication is that? It's real. It's people going through difficult times, and you're going through difficult times. We all are. But one thing that I wanted to share with you is my wife and I years ago, there are times where she just wanted to talk. And I'm a typical guy in a lot of ways. I try to like to think that I can converse with anybody in any situation. At least that's what I try to do. And sometimes with my wife, I want to go into that guy mode where she's sharing something with me and I want to give her a solution to fix it. And she explained to me early on when we got married that there's times she'd just like me to listen and not solve any issues. And this goes out to my fellow gentlemen out there who want to solve problems. Sometimes listen to women, because they will tell you if you ask them what they're looking for, just like so if somebody asked you. And so I'd ask my wife, what would you like me to do in this conversation? And sometimes she would say, I just want to vent. I just want to get something on my chest. I don't need your opinion. I'll think it through on my own. I just want to get it on the table. And I'd like to share this with you because I love you and I trust you. So that's when you realize, okay, I'm going to zip it. I'm going to not say anything. I'm just going to listen. And you're tempted to want to solve it, but you really got to bite your tongue and just realize she shared with me she wants to vent, and I'm just going to listen right now. Now, that being said, the wonderful thing about that is by putting this precursor up front is if she's venting or wants me to solve the problem or talk about a solution to the problem, I know it up front, so I don't get emotionally upset about anything because I know what the premise is of it and what context this is. And one of the things I've noticed, wouldn't this be awesome if people did this with their social media post? Wouldn't it be cool if they put a disclaimer up at the top of the social media post that says, I'm just venting. I'm not looking for any feedback. I'm not looking for any validation. I'm not looking for, well, yeah, they are. But they'd say, I'm just venting. And they put that up there. Wouldn't that be awesome? And then you wouldn't have to get yourself upset and too charged about it when you read it because they're just up there venting. And that's not happening, though. So you need to understand this. When you read a post or something out there, somebody posted, and it's negative, they're saying negative things about somebody else, they're probably just venting. They're really not looking for you to solve their problems and educate them on what they don't know. They're just venting. So you can slip in that right there, save yourself the preciousness of your own emotions getting out of whack, and realize this person is just venting. And it makes it so much easier. Whenever I see anything negative posted out there, I realize, okay, this person is just venting, and they're venting because they're looking for somebody to be with them on this. And it's not solution-minded. It is just venting. And understand that's a human thing. But understand it's up to us when we read that post to realize that's what they're doing. Don't fall victim, because sometimes you get sucked into those and you're trying to explain something to them. And what you're doing is you're throwing themselves into them venting, and you're throwing themselves in the mud, and they're not looking for your solution. And if you try to solutionize their problem and give them a solution, they're going to get mad at you. Next thing you know, you get an argument. You thought, why did I choose to do this? Well, good question. So let them vent. And if you see anything negative post out there, that's just them venting, and let it go. And if you do this, you will have more peace of mind, and you won't have mud all over you because you're not going to get in a nasty, dirty conversation. They're not looking for your insights or your wisdom. They're looking just to vent. Understand it up front. And if you do, you're going to lead a healthier and a better life, my friends. Now go make it happen.